If you need any My Team grinds in any mode, hit up my boy Witty for safe, reliable, and the cheapest grinding services around. Hit him up on Twitter. You won't be disappointed. Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing episode number 19 of I Build Your Team, series where I build my viewers' teams and the best teams possible for My Team Unlimited, or I guess My Team Showdown, I'm sorry. I say Unlimited every time still. Unlimited hasn't been a thing in 6 months. Oh well, with that being said, gonna break these teams down and try to help y'all build the best squads you possibly can. And before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, first team today comes in from my boy KG. Says he's got 100,000 MT and he's debating selling Wimby to make upgrades. Can only sell Wimby and Beasley. Here is my honest opinion with a team like this. The thought process on selling Wimby makes sense. And the reason that I would consider selling Wimby at this point, if you only have like 100,000 MT, is because All-Star break, we're going to get a new Wimby 100% in 2 weeks, not next weekend, but the weekend after that on Friday. I almost guarantee we get a new Victor Wembanyama card. The thing is, there is a good chance that that Wimby is not noticeably better by a significant margin than the Wimby that is out right now. Now, I could be wrong about that, but Wimby is pretty expensive right now, especially if you have a bunch of extra Hall of Fame badges and like a fully badged juiced one, then you might want to consider it. But there is also the possibility that he doesn't drop and we don't get a new Wimby that's like super duper good and he's about the same card and it's not really worth upgrading, kind of like what happened when they dropped Dark Bat or Dr. J. I do think Wimby's price will drop a little bit regardless though, but I would wait another week and I'd sell Wimby like next weekend or sometime the week after this next week, before the All-Star break though. That's probably what I would do. Now, if for this team specifically, he has an unsellable LeBron and an unsellable Xavier McDaniel. As good as Beasley is, you don't need him. Unless you want the fun card, which he is fun. I just don't think you need him. That's the player I'd sell. More than Wimby, that's the player I'd sell is Beasley. He's going for 400,000+ MT, even as a base card. Like, I would sell Beasley probably because you just don't need him when you have unsellable LeBron and X-Men. I know it's boring because Beasley's the new card, but he's just not a necessity at all for this team. So that's what I would personally consider. Now, in terms of actual upgrades, that Elton Brand card I've heard is very good and AD is a beast. You don't need to upgrade anything. With a team like this, and if you have a team like this and you're not in this video, you need to add to your MT stack. You don't need to look at upgrading. You need to add to your MT stack so you have the flexibility to do things at All-Star break. Next squad today comes in from my boy Ian. Says he never sees these posts until too late. Well, the problem is if y'all reply to these posts like late Saturday night, Sunday morning, I'm never going to put you in the video. I'm sorry. I'm recording this video as I record this at 1:45 on Saturday afternoon, and that's Central Time. I record these videos within a couple hours, generally within a few hours, generally at max, of posting the tweet on Twitter. So if you want to be included, make sure you post your team early. That'll give you a better chance of being in the video. But for my boy Ian, he's got 3 point guards, first and foremost, Levine, D-Wade, and Booker. Pick 2 of them. Doesn't matter which 2 you like. They're all unsellable, it looks like. Pick your 2 favorites and put those 2 guys in your point guard position. And then you got to get a shooting guard. And with 1,000,000+ MT, I think I would, well, you have Franz and Ron. You could bite the bullet and get Dr. J. If you're not going to get Dr. J, just stick with Franz and Ron. That's what I personally would do. Small forward position, you got LeBron, X-Man, and Rudy. You're chilling. Power forward position is McAdoo and Kemp. I'd upgrade from Kemp. I think McAdoo's a beast. Wimby and D-Rob is really good as well. If you're keeping Franz and Artest, I would consider Tim Duncan. He's the best power forward in the game. I think he's a really, really good upgrade that you could consider buying. Otherwise, you got some other potential upgrades that might be a little bit cheaper at the power forward position. I mean, a Jaren Jackson Jr. with a bunch of extra Hall of Fame badges is always a card that I personally recommend. I have a souped up Jaren and I love him. Jared Solinger as well as a newer budget power forward you can buy. And then there's a lot of good opals and more expensive cards as well that you could consider at the power forward position. But you could also sell Braun to make MT if you wanted to. If you want to pick up Dr. J, you could sell Braun and run X-Man and Rudy. That'd be something to consider as well. But this is a good team. Just got to figure out your point guard rotation a little bit more and whether or not you want to get Dr. J at shooting guard or just run Franz. Next squad comes in from Lowlife Mike. He's got 600,000 MT. Says the only sellable cards are Dr. J and Kwame. Could complete Larry Johnson, but I don't know if it's worth it. I would not complete Larry Johnson. He's not going to be a significant upgrade over Ron or X-Men. In fact, I think you could argue they're both better than him. You got good point guards defensively in Wade and Drew. I'm totally good with that, especially because you have shot creation in Dr. J and Franz as well. If you do want to upgrade the small forward position, I would get Rudy Gay or Terry Dishinger just to give you another shot creator. Otherwise, I'm totally fine with unsellable Ron and unsellable X-Man as your small forwards. Wouldn't pay for Larry Johnson. That's going to be locked in though, and that you can't even sell back later because he's not going to be a big enough upgrade. Giannis and Kwame at power forwards is totally fine still. I don't love Pink Diamond Giannis, but I think he's pretty good. Wemby and D-Rob is great. You don't need to upgrade from that at all. This is the type of team where you could not touch a thing and you'd be totally fine. If you want to upgrade, it's probably the power forward position. I would consider looking into Jared Solinger. You could also, again, consider Rudy or Terry at the small forward position. But really, I'd look into Jared Solinger or Bob McAdoo at the power forward position to replace Giannis or Kwame, whoever you prefer, at least of those two cards. I'd look at either McAdoo or Jared Solinger, see which card you think might fit your lineup more, and consider looking to upgrade to one of those guys. Fourth squad today comes in from Ben, my boy. Says he's got 150,000 MT, all unsellable cards on his squad though. By the way, this dude Sauce, go look him up on Twitch, Sauce DeVille. He's a really good dude. Y'all should check him out. He's a really good dude. Great personality. Streams pretty consistently. So if y'all watch Twitch streams, he's a little bit more of a variety streamer. He streams 2K, but other stuff as well. But go check him out if you're interested in watching some good Twitch streamers. Now with a team like this, rest in peace to Kembe, but that card should not be starting at center. You should be running D-Rob as your starting center and Dirk as your backup center on this team. And then you pick up a power forward, one of probably Solinger or Kwame, or yeah, probably Solinger or Kwame. Kwame's cheaper, Solinger's better, but one of those two guys should be your power forward. So then you have Tim and one of those two power forwards, and then D-Rob and Dirk as your big men. Your shooting guards, I don't love Ray Allen, but I don't hate Ray Allen. I don't love Scottie Pippen. I don't love Glenn Robinson, but again, they're unsellable. I don't dislike those cards either. You're level 40, 34. You're about to be level 40. The point guard position is where you need to upgrade. Shooting guard could use some upgrade, but I think leave it as is for now. Same thing with shooting guard and small forward. It's just not that big of a deal. You're the guys who have are fine. Point guard position, level 40, you'll get you D Wade, and then pick up one of Marcus Smart or Lonzo Ball, and you'll be chilling at the point guard position. I think you need 2 new point guards. Guys with that little size, and Stockton and Billups, especially because Stockton can't dunk at all, and like Billups' release is terrible and stuff. Like I would pick up 2 new point guards. D Wade is one of them. You get him for free, and then your other point guard can be either Lonzo or Marcus Smart. Probably would be my recommendation. So hopefully that helps out your squad, and those are the main recommendations I'd be looking to make. Second to last team today comes in from JV East. He says he's wondering if he should wait or add cards before All-Star break. He's got 2.9 million MT. That's pretty good. I gotta say, that's really good. I don't know. I'm not totally sure, to be totally honest, what I would do if I were you. Cade Cunningham, D Wade, Ron Artest, Franz Wagner, Kawhi, X-Man. I mean, look, I like your point guards. I like your shooting guards. I like your small forwards. McAdoo is really good, and so is D-Rob. Willis and Sigma are the 2 cards that I think could use upgrades. 2.9 mil. I would honestly just pick up a Solinger. Somebody like that. I really think when you have this much MT and this good of a squad, waiting for All-Star break isn't a bad idea. I mean, I would say get Wemby, but we're going to get a new Wemby in 2 weeks. So it might not be a bad idea to just wait for that Wemby, realistically. That is almost certainly going to come at All-Star break. So, I mean, you can, even if that Wemby at All-Star break doesn't wind up being that much better than the Pink Diamond, just pick up the Pink Diamond at that point. But I would wait till All-Star break either way for that. Filler bigs. I mean, Solinger's the one guy I think is a good upgrade. Otherwise, I think you can make it work with Dirk or Sigma or somebody like that at center. This is, again, when you have this much MT, I mean, I'm in a very similar position, by the way. I sold my Michael Beasley that I picked up a couple days ago. I decided to badge him all the way and sell him. And I badged him every single Hall of Fame badge and 2 Legend badge. He sold for almost 1.5 mil. So I have 2 million MT now after selling that Beasley. And that was a really good investment for me because it made me a lot of MT. And now I'm sitting on, I have Wemby, I have Dr. J, and I got 2 million MT. Definitely an interesting position to be. And I'm sitting till All-Star break, and I'll probably sell my Wemby a few days before the All-Star content is announced to try to maximize selling him and then buy either him or the new Opal Wemby at that point. So that's kind of what I'd recommend with somebody like this. You could buy Wemby for the time being and sell him back, but if you don't have him already, good chance it's just not that smart to pick him up anyway. So hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.